Ben here from Bateman Talks Tottenham, back with another video of my dad Paul.
Hi.
Where today we'll be previewing the North London derby against Arsenal tomorrow. Obviously, always a very difficult fixture for us in the away leg and in the home leg, but particularly in the away leg. What are your sort of initial thoughts of how the game's going to go?
Well, Ange's determined to play the way he's going to play anyway, and whatever that results in, then fair enough. But he's single-minded about it.
Yeah, he's made the point in his press conference that he plays his football because he believes it's the best way of winning, not just because he wants to entertain people, which I think is a very important thing that every team does that gets to the top. You've got to play your football eventually if you want to progress properly. You can't change. Obviously, Andrew said, and everyone knows, you're going to make little adjustments and tweaks, but you're not going to totally change your style of play for just a better opposition, because you're going to have to play that style anyway against them. And if he believes we can win with it, then I'm all for it.
That's right. I mean, he's determined not to just go defensive.
Yeah,
So,
which is good.
Yeah.
And obviously, regarding team news, Brian Gill and Giovanni Lo Celso are still out. Gill's been out a long time now, hasn't he? And Lo Celso sounding longer than initially thought, which isn't great considering Lo Celso has quite a track record of injuries.
And Perisic, of course.
Yeah, and obviously
It'll be a long
the
time.
Ivan Perisic thing, which means maybe there'll be more minutes for Manuel Solomon and Brennan Johnson potentially, which could be good. It's not that they're bad options, like they're great options, don't get me wrong, but Perisic I think has that extra little bit of experience maybe in the big games. That could have potentially been sort of more useful, but there's nothing we can do about that now, really, is it?
No, it looks like Bentancur's not that far
Yeah,
away.
I think he'll still be a couple more weeks, but he'll be a big plus when he can come back, won't he?
Yeah.
And then on the topic of rivalries, and was asked about seeing people in the streets and seeing what they thought of the game, had they made comments to him, and he was sort of making the point that people had, and that rivalries is something that happens all over the world, but in any country he's been in, but obviously the geographical sense of this one in particular, and how close Spurs and Arsenal are, makes a huge difference in terms of sort of the territory. You think how many Arsenal fans there probably are around the Spurs area, considering how it's not exactly that far away, is it?
That's right.
Really just an amazing sort of rivalry for the country, really, isn't it? I think it's up there with one of the best in the countries.
We even know of one Arsenal fan who's been working in the Spurs shop for about 30 years.
Yeah, there you go. I know they're all over the place, unfortunately. But yeah, it'll be a great game. I think it'll be one of the best games we've had in a long time, considering both teams, for once, are coming into it in good form, which past couple of years, Arsenal haven't, past 2-3, we've not been in the best form, or they've not been in the best form. But obviously, form does often go out the window, but it's interesting to see how it's going to work with both teams fit and firing and playing really well with pretty much their first 11s.
Yeah, it should be a great game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it's going to be a red card, but there quite often is in the game. You think Emerson Royale last season, the year before, Rob Holding got sent off, and that famous night when we beat them 3-2 to pretty much steal Champions League. I mean, do you reckon there could be a red card?
Oh, yes.
History would suggest
passions are flying.
Yeah, I would say that history suggests that this could happen, but hopefully not for us, I guess you could say. If you had to go for a score prediction, what would you say?
Oh, well, I'm always an optimist, so I'm going to say 3-2 to us.
Oh, you've stolen my prediction. I'll go with 3-2, but I'm not sure which way it's going to swing. I think it could be a matter of who makes a mistake.
Yeah.
And
little things.
On the talking of mistake, Andrew also said in his press conference, obviously this fixture is new to a lot of our players. Do you think Mickey van der Ven, Destiny Udogie, I don't know if Basuma's, he probably has played one last season, but I'm not sure he played many minutes. If he did, he would have been around in the squad, obviously. Vicario, his first one, Maddison. So there's a lot of new blood in this team, so hopefully that can get us a win, maybe. Break the curse of since however long it's been since we've been at the Emirates, 10, 13 years. Yeah. You never know. Hopefully new blood can inspire us to finally win.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, like Andrew said, with there being players not experiencing it before, it'll be a good experience for the future. And if it doesn't go wrong, I don't think we should get on their backs too much. And as long as they give us some performance. In the past couple of years, I think the players have been guilty of sort of giving nothing performances and being absolutely annihilated and giving up. So I think that's the main thing for me. Obviously, I'm going to be gutted if we lose, but I want to see a performance against the top team, because of how many Manchester United have started this season, you could argue this is our first real test, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's great to see the togetherness of the team in games like Sheffield United, and that puts us in good stead for the future. But this and Liverpool the following week are really our first tests of the season, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, me and my dad are both going with 3-2 for the score prediction. Let us know yours in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, come on, you Spurs!